How would you like to ensure that your teams, as your scrums grow into multiple scrums attached to the same project, and you have two or three scrums attached to one project, how would you like to be able to have the share of the teams to have their share of their key learnings across teams? That's called a. We're going to talk today about a community of practice. Hello, my name is Tim McDermott. I'm a IT software development project manager. I live in Tampa Bay. Today I'm out hiking in I don't even know the name of the body of water behind me, but Green Asters Nature Preserve is where I'm at. So we're going to talk today about a community of practice, what it is, and how to help one flourish in your organization. A community of so as your projects grow, they may start out with one Scrum team, but then the project grows larger, and you have to create another Scrum team, and then another Scrum team, and another Scrum team, and then there's these silos form, and key learnings on one Scrum team are not being shared on the other Scrum team. So one way to fix the problem or to help the problem is to form communities of practice. Usually they're formed around a particular role. Let's say they're performed about just the developers in general. Say we want the developers to share their key learnings across teams. Form a development community of practice for the developers. That it's an organization focused around helping to improve the practice of software development in your organization. And it's goes across teams, across departments, etc., etc. So that key learnings can be shared across the organization, or if they're just in your project, across your project from one team to another. So it's very helpful, and it's organic, it's bottom up, it's the developers helping other developers. It's management just pretty much stays out of the picture. They just make sure that the things are happening, but they don't really direct any of the work of the community of practice. So, and this is helpful if you're scaling your Scrum. If you're just starting your organization, starting Scrum, it would be good to implement these communities of practice as you're scaling them. So here's some key ideas of how to make them successful. When you're creating them, make sure they're to evolve organically. If it's a group of developers that's performed a community of practice, make sure that the developers are one deriving the direction of the community practice based on their needs, etc., not the organization telling them what to do. So they got to make it organic, and it has to be self-managing. They have to manage these teams. But another thing is that these community practice do have to stay in touch with what's going on in the organization. So they need to be having conversations with the organization, because they do have to deliver value to the organization. So they have to communicate with the organization to see what the current needs are and what the future direction is, so they can figure out how their community of practice is going to contribute to the value of the organization. And in your community of practice, you have to be aware that people are, levels of participation are going to be different from individual to individual, because they're pretty much doing this on their own time, working this in around their regularly scheduled work. So give people some latitude to contribute as much as they can, and etc. Now, these communities of practice, they need to have meetings and events, etc. They need to stay organized, so they should have organizational meetings. And they should also host events to publicize to the rest of the organization what their community of practice is about, and hopefully through that gain new members, etc. because they're going to, people are going to come and go. People are going to change jobs. They're going to move, etc. So you're going to lose people. So you have to constantly be recruiting and adding people to your community practice. Make sure the community practice has a rhythm of events to it. Maybe scheduling meetings once a month, and maybe having a public event, or to the organization, events like maybe a conference or internal small seminar, etc., inside the organization, to make the organization aware of them and what they're doing and contribute value to the organization by using these events to train people, to get people informed about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And it's good. Another thing for community practice, they need to have somebody who's not in charge, but somebody who is coordinating all of the events and the meeting, etc. So that's it. I hope you like this idea. We use it currently and where I'm working, and it works very well. Now I got to continue my hike, and I got to get out of here. Afraid the alligators might be coming up from behind me. Thank you all very much. I hope you like this video. If you like it, click on like, or send me a comment or a question. Also, feel free to share. Thank you very much.